Welcome to it's Sinead.
Sinead.
I don't know why I can't say anything today.
It's like Sinead O'Connor.
Oh, okay. You spell it okay.
No, it's the same. S-I-N-E-A-D.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What nationality is that? Like
Irish.
Okay, I thought so too. I texted it to my husband. He's like, it's definitely an Irish name because he's Irish.
Both my parents were born and raised in Ireland. All my family lives there.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So do you go there often?
All the time. We got married there. So Paul and Laura were at our wedding.
That is, I want to go there. So my electrician that works with me is from there and I love him. Like, he's like the nicest guy on the planet, but no one can understand him.
That's like my dad. My now husband, we've been dating for like 13 years. He, in the beginning, had no clue what my dad was saying.
Welcome back to another episode of Lately with Lex. We're just going to dive into this today because I feel like it's just authentic and fun. So what were you doing before you started your social media company?
Yeah, so I was actually working at a law firm in the billing department. So completely different. I went to college for business and I think people hate when I say this, but there is not one thing I learned in college with my business degree that helped me start a business, learn how to run it. Like, absolutely nothing. The only thing that came out of college was I met my husband, and that's
a good thing.
Yeah, so that's good. But like, they don't teach you how to start a business, like the difference between S corp, like LLCs, all that kind of stuff. None of it.
Really?
So
I did go to school for business. So
yeah, I took a marketing class. I hated it. So I graduated in 2015 and then I started working at a law firm right around the corner from here.
Love it.
With Laura Savizzi, and my mother-in-law works there. So she kind of got me an in and I worked in the billing department, and then I went into the city and worked for some big firms in there. And I just kept seeing all these young moms around me. I was probably like 24, 25. But they were having to take the train in and out of work. Like, their kids would be in daycare. They would get sick. They had to wait for the next train. And I knew I wanted to have lots of babies. So I was like, I don't want to have to put them in daycare. And there's nothing wrong with it, but I just wanted to be
home.
Like a stay-at-home mom, but also do something that I loved.
Yeah.
So I was like, I know I want to start a business. I always knew I wanted to, but I had no clue what I wanted to do. And so one day I was living in Quincy with my now husband, but when we were dating, and there was a spa down the street from me called Ireland Beauty.
Oh, I know exactly what it is.
Yes. Yeah. And my husband was like, why don't you go there? You're Irish, like, just go check it out, whatever. So I went and got a lash lift and tint, and the owner was giving it to me, and she was like, you're young, you must know how to do social media. Can you help me? It was so random, so out of the blue, literally fell in my lap.
I love that.
It was so funny, just like fate. And so I was like, yeah, okay. So she was like, all right, I'll pay you every week. Help me out. Like, at the time, what she was paying me was like half of what I owed in rent. So I'm like, okay, this is so easy.
Yeah.
And then loved doing it, would do it like before work, on my lunch break, after work. And I'm like, okay, she's really growing. Like, I really enjoy this.
Focusing on like Instagram.
Yes, mainly Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
And then still working my corporate job. And then I was also nannying for a family with 5 kids.
Wow.
And so I would get off the train and then immediately get in my car from Quincy and drive to Chestnut Hill and babysit like every Friday night, all Saturday, all Sunday, with these 5 kids, driving them around everywhere. And
that's crazy.
It was
5
insane.
kids is a lot.
Yes. And then I was like, okay, like, F it, I'm going to start a business. I really enjoy doing this. Started it like really took off really quick. And I think a lot of Facebook groups really helped me. At the time, I was doing something called like a hashtag vault, and some like permanent makeup artist caught on to it, wrote about me in her large Facebook group, and then like hundreds of people started messaging me asking to create this hashtag vault.
It was
so crazy how it started. And then all of a sudden it like got really busy with management, and then COVID hit, and I was still working my corporate job and nannying, and the world shut down. And I was like, oh my God, everyone realized they need to be online.
Yeah.
And then I got to a point where I could quit my corporate job and run this business full time.
I love it. I feel like people don't understand like the hustle it takes to like quit your job and the risk that you take, because
it was insane.
At your job, you have a paycheck, you have time off, you have like
health
you have
insurance.
you have all these things, and then you're just like, I'm gonna do it. Was your husband a state trooper at this time?
No, he was in the Academy for Transit at the time. And so
it wasn't even like you had that to fall back on.
No, and we were still just we were together a really long time. We've been together since we were 19, 20.
Yeah.
But still, like, it's nerve-wracking. So I kept telling myself in my head, when I hit this number every month, that's when I'm going to quit. And then I would hit it and I'd be like, no, I'm too nervous. Like, what if a client leaves? Then you're unsure. Yeah. It's like, so, and then finally when I started making 10K months, I was like, all right, I'm going to take a chance on myself. Just say like, F it, go for it.
Yeah.
I called my dad and I was like, can you help me like make sure this is all set up correctly? He like took me down to the bank, like got it all set up.
That.
So he helped me do all of that. And then he's a business owner too.
I was gonna say, does he own businesses?
He owns a construction company.
Love it.
So yeah, we got it all set up. And then I was like, all right, I'm just going to take a chance.
I love that. How did you build up working? And I know you work with a lot of med spas. How did you get into that market? Just by doing it for that one lady and it kind of just spiraled?
I enjoyed it. So I kind of started doing like emails and DMs to some people, and a couple of them took a chance on me. And then after that, it spread like wildfire. People would like DM or call them and say, who's running your social? So a lot of that was word of mouth and just kind of concept of what I was doing for other people. And then they would reach out.
I didn't even know about you until I had seen your stuff, like some likes from you on Bloom stuff, I think a couple times.
Yep.
And I was like, who is this girl? I'm like, I got to look into her. But then it like, life and kids and everything. I'm like, I didn't touch base. And then I had my really good friend Jackie on, and she literally raved about you. She was like, that's how this girl started. And that's just what I did. And it worked out amazing. And I love it. And I was like, I need to get her on my show. And then it was just so funny that I had, the Savizzi's on, and then I had you. It was just like fate. I thought it was like really cool how it kind of all fell.
So many of us like know each other, and it's intertwined. Yeah.
Because the North Shore is like a small, where are you local?
So I'm in Norfolk. So like down near Gillette Stadium, Foxborough. I grew up there, and then my husband and I were in Quincy for a while. And then once we had kids, moved back to my hometown.
Yeah. Quincy is
a street away from my mom and dad.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's awesome.
But yeah.
It takes a village because you have 2 small children.
Yes.
2 rambunctious little boys. Like I'm assuming, I'm sure all boys are rambunctious.
They all are, yeah.
But it's hard to run a business and have kids. Like you have a 6-month-old, right? So like,
a 6-month-old and a 2-year-old.
2's my favorite.
Yeah, they're so cute. They're
2 is my
like their personalities
favorite.
Coming out.
3, I think, is the hardest.
Okay, I'm in for it. I've heard that from a few people.
Yeah, I think 3 is when they start to push boundaries and they're curious. Mm-hmm. They're like, ooh, what can I do to like push her a little bit more?
Yeah, see what she's gonna do.
And then you're like, okay. And then 4 is just sassy.
Okay.
But I have girls, so it might be a little different.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how it's gonna play out.
But like my girls are girls that will be wearing a tutu, but like running an excavator with their dad. So like they're not like super girly, but like they're kind of the best of both worlds. So I feel like they have that rambunctious boy energy, but like just in tutus while they do it.
I love it. It's so cute.
So what is your goal? Like with how many, you have a staff now, I'm assuming.
Yeah. So
how many team members do you have now?
I have 3 full-time employees, 2 part-time. I am hoping to hire somebody else part-time tomorrow.
I love that.
Yes. So we're very busy. We manage about 52, I think, clients every month.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. But
That's
it's
a lot.
nice because we're in like so many different industries. So most of them are med spas just through word of mouth. But I mean, we work with Legal Seafood, Smith & Wollensky, Showcase Cinema. And then we do a lot of like small businesses as well. So we've got like a good mix of catering companies, like you name it, we probably work with them in different industries, interior designers. So you never get bored.
That. Yeah, it's like totally, you're always on like a different project. How do you guys manage handling all your clients? Do you use like a cool CRM system that holds everything? Like what are you using? What are the trends? Like I don't know what the trends are for what people are using these days.
So after like 6 years in business, I probably tried it all. And so many things that have failed and things that I've liked. So I use HoneyBook for scheduling my calls, invoices, contracts, all of that sort of stuff.
I was going to use them too. I haven't tried it.
HoneyBook.
Versus like Square.
Yeah, there's so many ones out there. And then I was also using like QuickBooks to send invoices and then Law Depot to send out contracts. Yeah. So HoneyBook just puts it all in one place. But it was a lot of trial and error to get there. And then we use ClickUp for client communication, content creation, calendars, all that sort of stuff.
I never know because I've worked with multiple content people and I'm always interested in learning like the back end because with my husband owns a construction company and I was always doing his back end.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, you construction guys aren't organized. Like I come from a world with like Salesforce, like what else have I used? I forget a couple of the names of the different ones, but everything's always been so organized. So it's so difficult for me when he started. He's like, oh yeah, just write it on a piece of paper. And I'm like,
men and women are so different to work with.
I'm like, we can't do that. We can't. We have to organize it. But they don't listen. Like the subcontractors don't listen. I love this product called Builder Trend. So if your dad is ever looking for a software, Builder Trend is probably my plug to them because I love them. Very expensive, but totally worth it. But your subs have to like use it to do well with it. But have you done social media for your dad for like his stuff?
No,
or
he's
like
so old school, which is probably like the worst thing to say is like my own dad doesn't want to work with me, but like he works like all word of mouth. He's in
That's
like
what
the
we do
Newton
now.
Wellesley area. It's like the neighbor saw me doing a project here. And so he just turned 60 in August. And
He
he's
doesn't
like
wanna.
semi-retired at this point. So he subs out a lot of stuff and oversees like general contracting.
Are you still going into these accounts doing content for them, or are you now more of like a management role? Like,
No. So that's my goal.
Okay.
But I feel like when you start a business, it is your baby, literally. And so it is so hard to delegate because no one,
100%.
even though I love my staff, like no one can do it like you or like
But
every
I don't
single
think anyone
piece of
has
it.
the passion. You know,
Right.
you have like this vision of what you want your business to be and how it's going to run. It's so difficult. It's even hard for me. Like when I went on maternity leave and now my clients are going to like the girls that work for me to do facials, even though I know they're great.
Right.
They're just not me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's difficult to let that go.
I was on my morning of my wedding. I was posting for somebody. Both times I delivered my babies, I had my laptop with me at the hospital.
Same.
Not to say I couldn't like give it to my staff to do. I totally trust them. It's just like I just can't let go. Like when I was having kids, I was delusional. I thought like I can still work a million hours a week like I was and take care of these kids, and you can't.
No.
You need a
can't do it
village.
effectively, and I think it does affect them because they see it. Like there's definitely times, and it kills me when and your kids are a little bit younger, but as they like once they hit 3 and 4 and they really can like articulate what's going on.
Yeah.
I've had Olivia look at me and be like, "Mom, can you just put your phone down?"
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I get so not offended, but I'm like, she notices. That
And
I
it
just
like kind of breaks your heart because you're like, I should be playing with them.
I literally shut my phone off. I go, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And I just focus on them. And I actually had someone on my show, Tiffany, Spirit Tiff. She came on my show and did like
Yeah.
a reading.
I saw some of the clips of this.
And she goes, your dog, like Olivia just wasn't listening. Like I don't know what was wrong with my oldest one. She just like, something wasn't clicking. And I'm like, maybe she's just like 3 and tough at the time, like whatever. She goes, Alexis, I need you to take like 2 hours a day and just ignore everything else except her. Like you just need to do it. And I feel like that's normal advice anyone would get, but I don't know, when the way she said it to me and the things that she brought up in her reading, I was like, okay, I'll do it. Olivia's been a different kid ever since I started doing it.
Oh, wow.
Like we go
Okay.
on mommy dates, we call them, and we separate them. And like it's usually to CVS. That's literally where we go. Cause she likes to buy like hair elastics and little hair things. It's $100 trip to CVS every time. I feel like you can never leave there for under $100 anyway.
No, never.
So that's what we do. And it completely changed the game with her. Like, so I think I've just learned so much from people that come on my show too.
Yeah, I when I first had Connor, like my firstborn, I still was like working a million hours in and out. Like my husband's so great with the kids, so that's really helpful. My mom lives a street away from us, so she helps.
that.
And then we also have a babysitter, so it's very helpful. I could not do it without the people that I have, but like there is no such thing as balance. Like you can't give 100% to your business and your kids. There's always going to be one that's like a little bit off. So yeah, that part is really, really hard, but
Yeah. I think that it's hard because everyone asks me, do you ever feel guilty? And I think that's something that a lot of us women that are in business really struggle with.
yeah.
Is this crazy lingering mom guilt. Like, am I doing the right thing? This is good for my kids because I can afford to take them places and do fun things? Or do I not do this and stay home and focus on them? Like, what's the better of the two?
Right.
For me, like, I don't even want to put my kids in public school. So I want to be able to figure out my schedule where I can homeschool them or they can do a homeschool co-op, which the co-ops near me are unreal.
I know,
can
need
send
to
you all
find
the
one near
links.
me, yeah.
There's so many really great like resources on Facebook.
Okay. Oh,
Like
that's
there's
good
a
to know.
ton of groups that you can add yourself to. So if you go to what county or Norfolk
Norfolk,
County.
yeah.
So if you just type that in like homeschoolers, it will come up with like all these different groups of other moms that do it. And the one that I'm going to be doing is like a 7-week rotation. So there's 8 moms and one mom like doesn't have the space for as many kids as there is. So she's not doing it, but every week one mom takes over. So you take off 1 week every 7 weeks because it's like one
And do you
mom.
do it at your house? Mm-hmm. Oh, I
So
love
we
that.
did like a mom house tour. It was so cool. So we each went to each other's houses because I would never let my kids just go in someone's house randomly. I
Right.
mean, I feel like no one would. So we did like a mom's house tour. Each one weekend, we each all looked at each other's houses. And like I have a farm. One of the other moms has a farm. So it was really cool because the kids loved it. They were like, this is like a field trip. And then every 7 weeks, like we just alternate who does it. Granted, you have like 6 kids, 7 kids, but they're so good. Like they have like their own little community.
Right.
Like they
and
all
they're all
talk.
going to be best friends if they're with each other.
Yeah, they're all best buds, and it's only 3 days a week.
Oh, that's nice.
So it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay.
So right now, like they're in this in-home program with this lady. When Olivia starts this program, like week 7, like I take off the 3 days and we just do our little curriculum that we have. I think it's the Tuttle Twins is what we're using.
Okay.
Which is really cool. And then that's how I'm going to try to manage it with business. I don't know how good it's going to work.
One of my clients does this too. And it's so interesting. I asked her about it because I was thinking about there's a Catholic school near us that I was maybe going to sign the kids up for. I wasn't sure.
I went to Catholic school.
Yeah. So
for a little bit.
But that's like motivation of like work your ass off so you can pay for these kids to
go to good
go
schools
where you want them to go. And yeah.
Well, I think now too, owning your own business is hard, like that mom guilt thing, but also like, if I could sell it all and be home with them, I would.
Oh, I think the same thing all the time. And I think people are like, you worked how many hours to get to where you are? And I'm like, some days I'm like, burn it to the ground.
Yeah. People just think they see it, especially with what you do. Like you create these shoots, and it makes people feel a certain way online, right? So they're seeing these nice things, whether it's, whether you're working with med spas, whether you're working with whoever, it's a glam look to what their everyday is.
Right.
No one talks about like the trenches. They don't put videos of you crying if you could pay your rent.
No, if you saw me yesterday, I was like feeding one kid, like my 6-month-old, a jar while the other one's watching a show. And I'm literally on a consult call, like having to unmute because I was supposed to have a sitter and she was sick. So I'm like, oh my God, I can't like do it. And
they're always crying.
No, and I'm like sweatpants with my hair up. Like it is not glam. But then when I go to my shoots, like it's so different. But the everyday of like being home of what I wanted to do is so different from what is on Instagram. And like, I probably could show more of the real side, but like, I don't have time to set up a tripod to record myself.
That's what I think too. Everyone's like, you should film your life. And I was like, it's too chaotic.
Yeah.
Like if I had endless funds, I'd have Josh following me around every day. And I'd just be like, let's have our own reality show. And I would love it. I think it would be crazy.
Right.
But there's things in my life that I'm like, I don't want, like, why?
I want to separate it. Like I pretty much keep my personal life pretty personal online. Like I feel like a lot of people don't know like what my husband does, or like sometimes I'll post the kids on there, but like not too often.
Yeah.
I just keep it business. But it is crazy how you work a million hours and then another day you're like, okay, I don't care about this anymore. I just want to like watch. They're growing up so fast.
Yeah, there's some days I told myself, my friend does this, like in January, she takes her daughter out of school every Thursday at 1, and then is not in school Friday, like for the month of January, because she takes her skiing.
In public school?
Yeah.
And they don't?
Just 1 month. She just does it for the month of January because Friday, I guess it's too busy there's like the ski club. So it's too busy. So she does it like Thursday night to Friday.
Okay.
And that's like their thing. Like she's in 2nd grade, but they've been doing it. We were actually just talking about it this morning, and she was like, yeah, we got a note from school saying like, you can't do this. And she goes, my daughter's going to remember the days that I left work. She owns a company too. She owns a big landscaping company.
Okay.
She's like, I leave and do that because those are the memories that they're going to remember. They're not going to remember like, oh, I missed like
100%.
ABCs.
To this day, like you could ask me anything about 7th grade, no idea. But my mom let me stay home from school one day and took me to like Aeropostale to get an outfit for a 7th grade dance. Like I specifically remember that.
You know exactly the outfit you tried
100%.
on.
It was a jean skirt. Like I know exactly what I had. But
three tank tops layered with the lace.
Yes. So millennial coded. But like, I don't remember anything else about 7th grade. So those memories totally stick with you.
I think it's hard to balance it all, but you make it work.
Yeah.
You really do have to make it work. So what is your goal for your business? Like what are the goals for your company?
So there's 2 parts. So we do management, which everyone who is on with us does management, but the other part of the business is content creation. So as I started the business into like 1 and 2 years, we were asking clients to send us content to post. And some of it was like horrible quality. They weren't getting it to us on time. So I was like, okay, what am I going to do? So I went out and bought like a $2,000 camera that I had absolutely no idea how to use.
Oh, really?
Bought a lens, bought an SD card, watched a million YouTube videos. And I was like, I'm going to figure this out. So then I started offering like really cheap content shoots. So I would go and take the content, and I just like figured it out and go home, edit everything, and then I had everything I needed to be able to manage and post their accounts. And then the clients loved it because in 3 hours, I got what I needed for the month. And they didn't need to send anything, and I wasn't hounding them every week.
Do you have to have multiple phones to like...
I have 3 phones.
To have all these accounts on them? Or do you...
No, I have like all 50 on one phone.
You can... I didn't know you could do that.
So I thought for a while you couldn't, and it will say like max accounts, but there is kind of like a trick or a way around it. You can you hit log out, and then you save the password for all of them. And then when you log into a new one, all of the old ones pop up again. So if anyone's out there, it's a good trick if you're managing multiple accounts.
I don't know how you do it.
It's insane.
I have so many accounts right now because I have like the Lately with Lex. I have like the TRA Studios. I have Bloom's account. I have my personal account. I have my farm's account. And we really blew up with the construction company when we first had started. And we changed the name of it and I rebranded it, all this fun stuff. And I have not made an Instagram for it. I don't even have I think I just made a website super generic, like really nothing really on it.
Yeah.
And we're busier now. And I'm like, okay with it. I'm like, I don't want an Instagram.
Like
I don't want to post. Like, I don't want to do anything. I like these clients more. So sometimes I feel like in that context, like I wouldn't do content, but content's so important now. I feel like you need to have good content. I think that, and you can agree to disagree or whatever. I'd love to hear your opinion. I watched this video a while ago. I forget who said it, but they said the most successful business owners spend more of their time behind a camera than actually doing their service because they need to push their brand.
Yeah, you're the face of the brand. If you look at all of the accounts that you follow that are really successful or that you enjoy watching, majority of them are talking to the camera or they're showing their face. It's not like somebody's face getting a hydrofacial. It's like the owner or the esthetician or whoever actually on camera, because there's a million people out there that are in that industry that post the same stuff. What makes you different is literally you. So putting yourself out there is the most important thing, but it's what everyone hates doing.
So what's your advice for med spas? Because I know you have a lot of them. So like, what is your go-to advice for like med spa content?
Yeah, well, I think that really is it. It's, no one else out there is you, and you need to differentiate yourself in that way. And most of them are selling the same services. There are some out there that are a little bit different.
It's all the same.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. So I think like showing the face of your brand, showing off your expertise, not just doing before and afters. Yes, they're important to post. But
I'm over them.
Yeah, it's more of like the educational piece of it. It's like, why should I trust you with my face? Like, what expertise do you have? What trainings do you go to? Like, that to me would be like, okay, I feel comfortable going there.
Well, I find my staff always says to me, and I said this yesterday too, is they always say, Alexis, well, I don't want to seem salesy when I talk to people. And I said, well, the difference between being salesy and like just working with people is educating them. You're not going to sound salesy if you're educating them why you're doing what you're doing.
Right.
Because then it puts you in a position of authority. And I think that's what people go for, is that authenticity and just being the authority in your industry.
Right.
Everybody has a hydrofacial. Granted, I've probably been doing it longer than anyone just because of like my mom's the director and like I've done this forever. But I mean, it's the same protocol for generally. Everyone has their own pizzazz on how they do things, but people come to me because they like me. And if they don't like me, there's a million other places they can go. And I think I found peace with that. I think a lot of people online make themselves like, I'm the best of the best. And I'm just kind of like, I'm over it. I'm like, just be you. And like,
yeah, I think the educational piece is the most important piece because you're showcasing yourself as an expert in your field. And if you're not doing that and you're just posting before and afters or generic photos or a picture of the machine, you're not going to get the following that you're looking for on social.
Well, because people don't know. They don't know what these machines do. Like, they're like, oh, this is what it does. Like, they don't understand it. So posting it, I feel like it's not really going to get you what you're looking for.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a content creator by any means. I honestly hate filming content because I'm not good at it.
Yeah. Everybody thinks that. But the more you do it, the more comfortable you get with it.
And that's how I say about podcasting. I'm like, at first I hate it. Like, I was so nervous, and now I just sit here and usually most of the time happens exactly like what we did. We just sat down, started talking, and then we chop this all up and make it look nice because I'm like, I don't feel like doing like a crazy intro. Like, let's just like sit down and chat. Cause that's when you get the best conversations, is when people don't feel the pressure of being in front of a camera.
Yeah.
Like, they get so nervous, and I'm like, just sit and hang out. Like,
yeah.
That's why I made it like a
when I walked in, I was like, oh my God, I hate when the camera's on me. I'm usually behind it, but this feels organic and not like scripted or anything, which I always tell my clients. It's like, I'm not coming in with all the big lights and everything. Yes, I have the equipment, but I keep it very low key, and you just pretend like I'm not here. And that's what's going to get you the best content. Because if it's too scripted, people are going to think, oh, this looks like an ad. They don't go to social media to look for ads. You're going to kind of get away from the day. And if something looks like a commercial, people are going to swipe. So like those highly curated, overly produced videos typically don't do as well as somebody just like talking to a camera.
There's one video I want to do, and I don't know why I wanted to do this, but obviously, you know, like MTV Cribs, right?
Yes.
So, and I used to love like the Juicy Couture velour sweatsuits. So I literally bought myself a black velour, like old school Juicy Couture with like ridiculous Uggs that I'm going to wear. and I got Bloom's logo on the back, and I want to do like an MTV Cribs of like Bloom.
Yeah.
Of like walking through, and my friend's like, "You're so dumb," and I'm like, "But that's like, I would find that so funny."
Yeah, but you're showing off your personality. Like,
Yeah,
I
like,
know what you're like before I walk into the spa.
Yeah, like you're not. I feel like a lot of med spas are so stuffy. Everyone's like prim and like relax.
Yeah.
Like I just want people to have a good time, laugh a little bit, make it an experience, make them have obviously get great results.
Right.
But like be funny and be yourself. So that's why I wanted this I ordered like so much stuff for it.
I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, I haven't even told Josh that's like what we're gonna do yet. But I bought everything last night. I was like, I want to do this.
Oh, this is a very new idea.
Well, I had it with my old producer and we were gonna do it, and then we never did it. Because then I had the baby and I was pregnant. I'm like, I don't want to wear a velour tracksuit pregnant. Like, that's just not a cute look. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to order it now. And so I just ordered everything. The tank top with the lace. Like,
Oh, of course. You have to.
you have to do it right. I almost got like the volatile sneakers too. Because I was like, if we're really going to go for it, like maybe we'll add those too. But I don't know. I think that content needs to be more fun.
Yeah. And I think when you look at your favorite creators, you typically go for those types of videos as opposed to, like I said, the ones that are like commercials, because they're not entertaining or fun. And sometimes you can learn from them the educational piece, but it's nice to have those different content pillars and to mix it up.
So if there is I always tell everyone when I have guests on, like within your industry, if you are talking to someone who wants to start a content creation company, like what is something that you would tell them as advice?
Honestly, I think just go for it. You don't need a degree. Kind of like what Jackie talked about. She's like, I saw this girl. She didn't technically have a degree in it. I mean, like I was completely self-taught. I just went out, bought a camera and was like, I guess I'm going to learn how to use a camera because I need to in order to make this business work.
I love
and
it.
to be honest, it makes up a huge percentage of what the company makes every year, which has been so cool to see. The only hard part about it is I wanted to start this business so I could be at home with the kids. So I'm on the road a lot. So that's the balance of like my 5-year goal is to be able to figure that part out.
How many years have you been in business?
6.
So you're at that point.
Yeah.
You're at that point where you're like, you're almost there.
Yes.
Where you can be like, okay.
Hire out or a sub it out. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Do you sub out stuff?
No, everyone's on my team. So everyone's on payroll that works for me. And honestly, my first employee and my longest is my mom, which no one really knows.
That.
But like you said, like nobody loves your business more than and than you. No, your mom does. Because
my mom's my partner downstairs.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Like if Instagram glitches, like this morning on my way here, she's like, one of your clients' posts went up twice. Like every time she's on it all the time. And like, so she does do behind the scenes stuff. And
my mom's like the TikTok queen.
Yeah.
She's like, did you see this on TikTok?
Oh, that's
and I'm
so
like,
cute.
are you telling me to do that? Or like, do you just like that? She's like, oh no, it's crazy. Don't do that.
I love it.
Like she's very into that stuff. But my mom and I are very different. Does your mom ever tell you like, oh, that content, like I wouldn't post that?
No, not really. I think
my
she
mom's
knows
big on
like,
that.
oh, that's your expertise kind of thing. But she will tell me like this went up twice or this happened or you need to let, and she helps me with engagement behind the scenes for a lot of our clients. So it's been really fun to work with her. But I think going back to your question, I would say just go for it. Don't feel like if you want to start a content creation company, you need to be taking courses or anything like that. Like it can be helpful.
Do you offer a course?
I do. I have an Instagram course. So it's for business owners.
That.
Yes, it's on my website.
Oh my God, I should totally take it. I'll totally do it.
It's like for starting out. So it's like how to correctly set up your bio to make sure you have SEO and keywords, what to post, how to create a strategy, what are content pillars, what your content pillars should be, how to create a reel, like all very step by step.
Yeah. I don't create any of my reels. Luckily, Josh back there makes all my stuff. Cause I'm not creative enough to take this and like clip it out. And truthfully, I just don't have the time.
Yeah. I feel like there's only so many hats you can wear in a business.
Yeah.
And if you're wearing all of them, you're not doing every single one of them as best you can or as well.
And that's exactly why I opened the studio, because I wasn't a media person. I just could talk and liked it. And the idea of the studio was initially wasn't for anything but me wanting a nice set to talk to like aesthetic providers. And the whole point of it was like to create a community over competition. Let's learn from each other. And I quickly realized that's not the dynamic of med spas at all.
Yeah.
It is a fake online idea that people think that we can work together and grow. Although I wish it wasn't that way, because I reached out to so many of them, and I actually put a business post out. I think this was, I forget, like maybe like 6 months ago. I posted in every single town group that I had a podcast and I wanted to do a small business series. and I wanted to interview all these small businesses and like see what you're doing. I had a lady that owned a 90-year-old vacuum company, like all these organization people, all these random plumbers, crazy different businesses. And I learned a lot from them. Like I had a comedian on, I had Spirit Tiff on, like people that are not in aesthetics. And I had sent everyone the same email that was like, hey, full disclosure, like I also own a med spa downstairs, but if you're in the med spa industry, I would still love to have you. Crickets. None of them wanted to come on.
That's so bizarre.
And I was like, why?
I feel like you would have so much to talk about.
So much. And then I realized that I like talking about everything. I love talking about politics. I love talking about pretty much a little tidbit of everything. I love some conspiracies, like give me a good one. So that's why we changed it to Lately with Lex, because I was like, you know what, we need to make this more about like a show that we just come and hang out versus just being about skincare, because like what, after so long, like what are you going to talk about?
Right.
You know what I mean? So then when I opened the studio, who I worked with was like, Alexis, you'll have your show, but why don't you make it a place where content creators and different creatives can come here and use the studio for their stuff? And I've had people that like skincare brands that have come here where we've set up like tripod, like cameras, like facing down. They're doing treatments on people with their stuff. Like we've used this space for a lot of really cool things. And that's what I wanted it to be, a place where you get like your headshot taken, like go somewhere, get it taken, and be a resource for these med spas that may not want to do, like may not have the funds to hire someone like you just yet, but get like a couple quick things to help build them up. Maybe they get the revenue and then they can hire like a content creator.
Yeah.
Or we give them your contact. Hey, we don't know who to contact. Well, hey, this company we like, this is who we work with. And that's kind of like the collective I was trying to make up here.
Yeah. And I've also noticed like a lot of people just starting out, especially people who want to get into the aesthetic world, are renting rooms and not going straight for working for a med spa. But the rooms are really dark when I go take content, or it's like not the best space. So they have been renting spaces like this to be able to take the content, but it's not in their room. So it's a nice mix. It was honestly a genius idea to have this.
I think that I have such a problem with that too, with like girls that are just not working for another med spa and then going into renting on their own. Like that's great to own your own business, but I think like it's really a smart idea to work for someone.
See how the business runs,
see how it runs, and train from them and see how it goes. But the suites are a big thing right now.
Huge.
You have to be in like a ton of them.
A good amount, but I feel like most people that are doing that are just starting out and maybe don't have the funds for a social media manager. So they'll hire me for coaching so I can teach them how to do it on their own.
Okay.
Or for content shoots. But I do notice a lot of them will do it for a year or two and then kind of realize like it's a lot of money you got to spend on marketing to get your word out there, or the products, or renting the space.
The rent for suites is ridiculous.
It's insane.
What I pay for 1,500 square feet is what my friend pays for 120 square feet.
That's crazy. I saw a TikTok recently of this woman saying she was renting a suite and she actually found a storefront on a main road with the windows.
For cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotten crazy.
I have a friend who rents 4 suites because she wanted them all like different, like she grew. She's spending triple what I spend to have a storefront with parking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? And I'm not held by any rules of a suite. Like I think the suites are advertised in a way where you can have your own business and it's a lot easier and everything's done for you and there's laundry and all this. But if they really priced out how much it would be to have their own space, to have a washer and dryer in your unit, it is significantly cheaper.
Yeah.
Just to find your own space. But people are just afraid of, a lot of them just don't have the money for the build out.
Right. My hairstylist did that. She was at a salon and then her and her best friend went out, and instead of renting a suite or even renting a space, they actually ended up buying the space in a
that's
complex.
like my goal.
Yeah.
I want a building.
Yeah. It was so smart that she did that.
We'll move into a building. We'll move the studio into a big building. I would love, my goal for the studio would be to have a giant warehouse type space and have almost like a giant Lazy Susan, like giant. And there'd be different, like it would be like obviously a circle, right? But then like little sections of it, let's say it's into 4. It would be like, this would be one set. Then you would have your other set and you would just like
Rachel from Parlor. You heard of her?
No.
She owns Parlor in Framingham and she owns Sleepy Tie with like the hair accessory, and she's got like a big brand, but she also has a podcast. So
Oh my God, I'd love to have her on.
Oh my gosh, she's amazing. You should reach out to her, but she has a massive warehouse and it's the most beautiful hair salon. And then in the back corner, she used to do photography. So you could rent out for brand shoots. And then upstairs, she has her Sleepy Tie like headquarters, and she used to have a branding studio, and she's a genius for marketing.
I love that. You should connect us.
The second you said that, I'm like, oh, that's pretty much what Rachel does.
Yeah, I want to have like in a circle. So that way like my set can be on one and it's all different ones. And it's easier because the cameras don't have to move.
Right.
Unless it's like on whoever.
Yeah.
I think that would be like such a cool idea.
Yeah.
Well, it was so good to have you on. I feel like we kind of went like all over the place here, but I totally love it. Where can people follow you and all that fun stuff on Instagram?
So Social by Sinead, Sinead, very Irish. I get Sinead.
I love
a lot,
that.
and
I didn't know how to say it, so I was asking Paul. I was like, I don't want to be an ass, and he's no, she knows.
If someone calls me like Sinead, I don't even think about it twice. I used to hate the first day of school because no one could say it right, but it's Sinead.
Sinead, I love that.
So Social by Sinead on everything. Yep, yeah.
That's such a cute name too.
Thank you.
Social by Sinead.
Just like any great idea. I was in the shower and I was like, that's just random, but like that works. And then I made an Instagram, and that's literally how the business started.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for coming on. It was a pleasure. And we're going to do a 6-month recap with everybody. That's what I'm doing to see like what in 6 months has changed about your business. How have you grown and like your
Oh my God, pressure's on. Now I got to step it up.
It's totally fine. Like it's nothing that has to be crazy. Well, thanks guys for tuning in, and then we'll see you guys next week.